Ladies and gentlemen, it is once again breakout time. The Rise Protocol has been initiated, and now the most fierce and hungry fighters across the boxing verse are going to duke it out on our most intense event yet. Breakout '03, Rise Up. Today we have a very, very special fight, not only from some highly skilled competitors, but they're also coaches of other members of the community. On my left, you know him. His name is Coach Jose. He's also known as Jay Rodriguez, amateur boxer, Get Back Boxing representative. And then over on my right, we have the not only the coach of Grimvis, but we also have a legendary fighter, ladies and gentlemen, Joey De Jesus, aka Coach Joey. They will be
Hi,
duking it out to see who really is the best coach and the best fighter in the community. How are we doing today, guys? How do we feel to be here on Breakout Boxing, Jose and Joey, for the first time?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
yeah, I feel good. I feel excited. I guess
Yes.
it's super flowing. As soon as I was got approval or heard that the fight was going to be accepted, I definitely uh, I woke up with new vigor. The only way that I was ever going to do this again was if I had a fight or an opponent that was going to be kind of, lack for a better word, worthy, like worth my time type deal. And Jose is definitely a skilled fighter. He's very respected. So as soon as I guess the opportunity was out there, and all right, I felt like if there's anything gonna get me moving, it'd be a good fight. So I think Jose is gonna definitely provide that for me.
That sounds good,
Yeah.
man. That's why we're here today. I'm going to ask the first question actually to Jose. Tell us about your journey to breakout boxing. You fought before in the community, you fought many various times against highly skilled opponents. So tell us what led you here to breakout boxing to get this fight, to make your debut here.
Well, I was trying to get on Breakout Boxing for a little bit, but I couldn't find a fight. Everybody, they want to call themselves a fighter, but they don't want to fight. You know what I mean? It's just fucking stupid. You can't claim to be a fighter, but then don't want to fight for whatever the reason is. Like, I think it's just dumb. So it just took a while because nobody wanted to fight me. And, you know, obviously you guys reached out and offered, unexpectedly, it was caught me off guard. But, Coach Joey was willing to step up and take the fight. So, now I'm here. Much respect to him, He's doing what a lot of people want to do. And I wasn't gonna fight debuters anymore. I didn't want to, but this is a new experience because it's a new weight for me. And he has some amateur background, etc. as well. So I think it'd be exciting. So I took it.
Joey, I'm asking the same question to you. You actually were present for Breakout 002 as well as Jose. You guys were helping out fighters. What made you want to put on the gloves again? You said you had new vigor when you woke up in the morning, when you got this fight, finally got accepted. So tell us about your journey to actually becoming the fighter and putting on the gloves here at Breakout Boxing.
So again, I was helping my nephew out, and I had no desire to actually do this again. Like I'll put on gloves, I spar or whatever. That's fine. But like to actually fight, I'll be honest with you, I didn't see too many guys that were out in the scene that would be worth my time. And no disrespect to them, it's just there weren't at any decent skill level. And so like it's been a few years out, right? It's been 10, 11 years. I had a torn labrum, and I have no, again, after I hurt my shoulder, like I thought boxing was gonna be over for me type deal. So, I just stayed home, became a dad type deal. And, I help guys out. I'd go in the gym every once in a while, spar or whatever, but I never to the same intensity. Um, and I kind of felt like I was getting old, you could say, per se. But I must say, from the time I got, heard of the fight, got back in the gym, I feel great. This is the best I felt in a long time. And I don't know, man. Like I needed this too, you know. I think it'd be good. I have Grimvis. is my nephew. You could say he's like my oldest adopted son, but it's also, I got two other sons and I have a daughter. And to show them that, if you put your mind into something, you can put in the work, and I got some weight to still cut. I already lost, I'm a little skinnier now, but I still got another 20 plus pounds to lose, and show up at weight.
Jose, I'm going to ask you the next question. What has your camp been like for this fight? You consistently train out of Camp Get Right. You're always in the gym. You're always sparring. You're always known for this cardio, being the cardio king. What can you do differently to train for an opponent like Joey? He has been out for a numerous amount of years, but he's still got the hands, and it seems like he's getting it back in the gym. He's getting in the swing of things. So what can you do to prepare yourself best for this fight? Again, it's a new weight, so that might be something differently that you could talk about as well.
So whether it's a few years or not, you're always gonna have that muscle memory, especially if you've been doing it for a long time. So I just train like I would for any other fighter. Cardio, big thing, explosive workouts, round after round of sparring, just stuff like that. A lot of running. Um, you can never be too sure what the other fighter brings. So you just gotta make sure you always try to stay a step ahead of them, and that's what I've been trying to do. I've had my days where I haven't been into the gym because of some home stuff, but other than that, training's going good, and I'm gonna keep going, keep pushing it. I can't wait for the fight. I mean, the weight's a little different, and I've never fought up around almost 150, but it's definitely something I look forward to. You know what I mean? So
I'm going to ask the same question over to Coach Joey. What are you doing to train for Jose? Jose is a young and up and coming fighter. He's still learning new things every day in the gym. He's consistently getting better. And of course, also, he does have kind of an advantage when it comes to being a little bit younger. You know what I mean? Younger. And he's still, working in the gym and still learning every day. So, what can you do in the gym to prepare for someone as explosive, for someone who has high volume?
Well, all I need to do is be myself, and myself as a fighter. I bring what I bring to the table. I know where my strengths are, and I really just need to just sharpen up. My toolbox is already full, right? I already have all the tools I need. It's just, get myself back antiquated with all my tools. That's it. And also, and at the end of the day, get myself back into real shape. There's difference between, being in shape and in fight shape. Two
bodybuilding and then fighter build.
You see a lot of guys with big muscles or whatever, and they think they're in shape, but they're not in fight shape. Fight shape is a different shape. And yeah, and for sure, Jose's strength is definitely his output and his cardio. That hasn't gone without me noticing. And I think I'll bring things to the table that will combat that, and also challenge them. This is going to be a learning experience probably for both of us.
I'm going to ask the next question over to you, Joey, as well. What does this fight mean to you? Because again, you guys both coach each other. You guys both coach fighters in the community. You guys both have experience. But what would a win over Jose mean to you in the long run? Could you consider yourself maybe doing this again? Or maybe, like you said, maybe it was just to prove that when you put your mind to something, you could do anything. Tell us about that.
So it doesn't go without like nosing for Jose. This is a high risk, low reward fight for him right away. Because at the end of the day, no one knows who I am. Not for the most part. So if they see me in the background and Breakout 02, that's at most that's what they know me for. So, and certain people in the community know me. I help out. I send messages privately to some people with tips or whatever. But that's it. Like the public really don't know who I am. So Jose fighting me is definitely a high risk, low reward, right? Um, uh, for me, again, if I win the fight, then obviously that's going to put me in a little bit more of a spotlight. But then I don't think it helps me any, because if no one wants to fight Jose now, they're not going to want to fight me if I beat him either, right? So like it's going to be a catch 22, and it's between a rock and a hard place. Maybe one of the other bigger outfits maybe looking to fill in with other fighters, but right now in this space, there's not too many people signing up and running to fight Jose. So again, if I beat Jose, who's gonna run to fight me?
Well, Jose, I'm going to ask you this question. What does this fight mean to you? You've had consistent fights over at Get Back Boxing. You train fighters. You've been at Breakout before. You know the experience. What would a win over Coach Joey mean for you? You've tweeted out recently saying you have big plans, even post this fight. So let us know. What does this fight mean to you?
So I feel like for this fight, it's you know, how do you say it? I don't gain anything out of this, but I lose a lot out of it. So, whether I win, cool. But if I lose, it's like, he at the end of the day, if he beats me, he has everything to gain out of it, while I have everything to lose out of it. You know what I mean? And if a win-win is cool, I'm just glad to fight, to be honest. Like that's what I like to do. I just like to fight. I'm glad he stepped up and is willing to take the fight. There's much respect for it. If I win, I just think that it's time for me to move up, stay up
Well,
around 150.
one thing I will say is that I think if fighting me, regardless, you're gonna gain. I'm gonna be your biggest challenge right now. I can tell you right now, compared to the
100%.
I'm gonna be your biggest challenge, and it's just gonna be a learning curve for like it's something that you're gonna be able to take with you. So at the end of the day, to the public, that people that don't know, they're gonna see this and they don't know who I am, right, from scratch. But at the end of the day, I think regardless of the outcome, you're gonna be a better fighter.
So, in this fight, I actually have disadvantages. I feel like you have more of the advantages in this fight, but I'm okay with it. I'm good with it because, like you said, it's a learning experience. And at the end of the day, I'm not gonna know unless I try it. I'm not gonna know unless I push it. So, taking this fight was just straight like I want the experience. I want to learn, and I think it's just gonna be good. I just think it's gonna be a really good fight in general. And like I said, you have your toolbox. Whether you haven't fought in a couple years or not, you just gotta sharpen your tools, and that's it. And that's what I'm looking forward to is when you sharpen them and we fight. I like me a good fight. I always enjoy a good fight. So
Well, it seems like we have the cards laid out for us right here, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get out of here, is there anything else that you'd like to say to each other before we get out of here? Any last words?
not just good luck, train hard, and I can't wait to see him in the ring, and we'll see what the future brings. Win or lose, much respect to Coach Joey, and I look forward to sharing the ring with him.
You, Joey.
Much of the same. Much of the same. Win or lose, again, I wish him the best. I want him to be 100%. Just put your heart in it because I'm gonna do the same. And if you don't put your heart in it, you're gonna see a difference. But like if you put your heart in it, we're gonna have a good fight and we're gonna have the best fight of the night without a doubt. We're gonna steal the show.
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Rise protocol has been initiated. The secret is out. Breakout 003 will be live on in February 2024, and you can watch a coach versus coach, skill for skill, tat for tat battle on Breakout 003. We will see you at the fights.